Kristen, we are live. Soul Tribe, we are live. It is Sunday, December 11th, 2022, and we have a very special guest that's going to be joining us. He is backstage. He is ready to go, and it is going to be nothing short of a hot content. Hot content is going to be dropped tonight on the Soul Tribe because we have the one, the only, the galactic warrior, the commander himself, Ismael Perez, waiting in the bullpen. Kristen, how are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, exciting show tonight, guys. So I'm really excited to see what we're gonna learn from Mr. Ishmael.
Yes, I am. There's a lot of hot content that is going on right now, Kristen. We have that Yoel Roth with Twitter and Elon Musk. We also have the CEO of Pfizer stepping down, Albert Bourla. And we know, Kristen, Dr. Fauci, he's going to be in hot water. Entertainment purposes only, of course, but not really. Soul Tribe, this is going to be a very hot-hitting content show today. I do want to go ahead and kind of acknowledge a couple of things, Kristen, before we have Ishmael come on.
Sure.
One being the Soldier of Light and Jay the Rockstar Rocco. And I just want to give a shout out to, I'm going to start with Jay the Rockstar Rocco. Earlier on, when we first started, he was our very first moderator, Kristen. He was like that father figure for me. And he has decided to step down as a moderator. And I just want to give thanks to him for everything that he has helped me with, everything that he has kind of helped guide me through as I was the host or am the host of Arcana Shores. And I just want to give a shout out to Jay the Rockstar Rocco. And like I said, I couldn't have done the show previously without him. We're going to go ahead and move forward. And this is going to be a new chapter of Arcana Shores. We absolutely, I love you, Jay the Rockstar Rocco, and I send you off with love and light. Also, with Jay, with the Soldier of Light, Jason Ramirez himself, I also send off my brother in arms, the Soldier of Light. Like I said, he has helped me in my path, with my ascension, with my journey. And he is one of those souls who I will be forever grateful for. And Jason Ramirez, Soldier of Light, if you are watching, love and light to you, my brother. You'll always be my brother in arms. We just decided to go separate ways at this point, but nothing but love and light to you, my brother, Jason Ramirez, the Soldier of Light. Kristen, do you have anything that you would like to say to Jay the Rockstar Rocco and Soldier of Light?
Yes. Yeah, we love both of them, definitely, still, always. But yeah, sometimes got to go our separate ways, completely understood. But we wish them nothing but love and light, and they both have such great talent, and they have a long ways to go, you know, like a lot of building and learning and so much to look forward to. So I send you guys the best and love and light always.
Well said, Kristen. And as always, the Soul Tribe, love and light to Jason Ramirez and to Jay the Rockstar Rocco. All right, Kristen, I just wanted to go ahead and clean up that type of information. Yeah. Soul Tribe, here we go. The one, the only, the commander, the galactic soldier himself, Ismael Perez, is joining the Soul Tribe tonight. Yes. Ishmael, how are you?
I'm great, my friends. Thank you for having me back. It's always good to be here.
Absolutely. We love having you here. The Soul Tribe absolutely loves to have you here as well. And I think we're going to have some very hot-hitting content tonight, Kristen. What do you think?
Oh, definitely. Most definitely. Yeah, so let's get started. Let's see. I would like to give the Soul Tribe an opportunity to ask questions, and they don't have to give a super chat if we can allow a variety, you know, just whatever they would like to ask as well.
Absolutely. So Soul Tribe, if you want to have your questions answered and asked by Ismael Perez this evening, go ahead and put it into the chat. And then I'll go ahead and be scanning the chat while we have Ishmael on the show. So we have Ishmael on for about an hour. And Ishmael, this is where I would like to start this evening. I would like to know if you have any kind of updates as it pertains to the Galactic Federation, any kind of news that the Soul Tribe is salivating at the mouth to hear. So anything that you would like to share, go ahead and you have the mic, my brother.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, fascinating and interesting forecast ahead of us. It turns out that, there has been many parallel civilizations that have existed deep within the earth. And I'm not talking about Agartha and Shambhala and Telos. I'm talking about hidden societies that have been around for hundreds of thousands, and in some cases millions of years. The main one of them all is known as the City of Gold, which is one of the first civilizations that existed on the earth, dating back to millions and millions of years ago. They were known as the Hyperboreans, and the Hyperboreans are also associated with the original root race, the physical root race, next to the Polarian root race, because we're part of 7 evolutionary cycles, all otherwise known as root races. So we could say that the Polarian root race was us in our etheric form, but not yet physical. The Hyperborean root race was us when we became physical, and back then we were the original Terranusian race. We were the immortals. So after that race, after the decline of the Hyperborean golden age, because everything's in cycles, a portion of that race went deep into the earth and established society at the center of the earth, creating a very beautiful, elaborate city of gold. And the City of Gold has been something that every secret society has been after, the secrets as to how to access the City of Gold, because of the fact that they have at the center of the City of Gold the Tree of Life. So the Tree of Life is the tree that grants immortality. And the Tree of Life from the center of the earth is currently rising due to the fact that the Earth's vibrational frequency is rising. So as the Earth rises into higher levels of vibration, as she is getting ready to shift again, shift vibrations into higher density, into a higher dimension. As I speak, it's catapulting and forcing these hidden civilizations to come to the surface. So one of the critical ways in which we are seeing this happening is through the volcanic activities, through the seismic activities. It's increasing by the day. On a physical level, we're seeing it as earthquakes. We're seeing it as volcanoes that are kind of erupting. But on a 4th and 5th dimensional level of reality, we're seeing it as the rising of these ancient hidden cities. Now, bear in mind that a lot of this has to do with the flip of the pole shift, or what they call the flip of the electromagnetic field. But that is something that occurs every 26,000 years. It is what happens when an old age ends and a new age begins. So currently we are ending the 5th root race, known as the Aryan root race, Atlantis being the 4th, Lemuria being the 3rd, Hyperborea being the 2nd, and Polaria being the 3rd. So we're entering now the 6th golden age. So that's why the magnetic reversal is about to take place. Now, there's nothing to worry about, because we do have interdimensional fleets that are actually assisting us, that are actually monitoring the electromagnetic flip of the Earth, so that when the 12 meridian stargates do open, due to the great solar flash, all the people that are good on the planet are going to be able to shift into the 4th density reality, as well as into the 5th density reality, where there will be no geophysical changes. Only the wicked are going to be left behind, by the way, and that's how the wicked are going to be removed. But a lot of this also has to do with titans and giants that have been asleep for thousands of years. Now, these titans were actually the ones that ruled the Dark Age prior to the Atlantean Golden Age, and that was recorded in mythology as the age of Kronos, right? Kronos being the head of the titans. And then, of course, we had the Olympians who overthrew the Dark Age by defeating Kronos and the titans. And so what we're having here is we're having a repeat of history, because everything's in cycles. So as I speak right now, the City of Gold is still inhabited by the Hyperboreans. The Hyperboreans are now 7th dimensional beings, and they are guardians of the earth, by the way. And so they also have physical counterparts in the surface world. They also have 3rd dimensional avatars. So the Olympians and their children, which are the descendants of the gods of old, who are now in physical form on the surface world, are going to fuse when they rise again. When they rise, which is any day now, okay, due to the electromagnetic flip, they are going to fuse with their 3rd dimensional avatar right in the nick of time before these giants, Nephilim, remember the word Nephilim in the Bible? Yes. That's what the giants were. And there is physical evidence that they exist in different parts of the world. In fact, a lot of the reasons why all these wars are happening in certain parts of the world is because of the fact that they're, trying to wake or make sure that these giants don't wake up from their stasis chamber, because they were programmed to wake up in either case. At the end of the cycle, these stasis chambers are going to crack open, and these giants were supposed to wake up. And so from what I understand is that the Olympians, which are now merging with their physical counterparts, are going to fuse right when the giants wake up, so that the new set of gods and goddesses that are already living among us will be able to prevent the giants from wreaking havoc, and allow for a smooth ascension into the next golden age, which is what they call the sixth golden age.
Wow.
So yeah, it's interesting stuff. And bear in mind that we're also speaking about civilizations that exist deep in the oceans that are hundreds of thousands of years ahead of us. And they're all connected, all these inner or secret parallel societies that are coexisting within the Earth. And one of them is also rising from Antarctica. That explains why, there's a lot of activity going on in Antarctica. That civilization that is deep within the ice of Antarctica is actually currently becoming activated. It's all happening at once because the city of gold is rising. So this is beautiful. Things are about to unfold on a huge way of, how can I say, disclosure like never before.
It absolutely sounds like it's going to be an absolutely epic battle as it pertains to what's going to occur prior to the ascension of the new Earth. Ishmael, this is absolutely this is epic. I can't believe what's going on right now.
Yeah.
What can the Soul Tribe do? Can we do anything to maybe get this process to move forward quicker, or is it just going to happen on the galaxy's, the universe's own time frame?
Well, according to the astrological and planetary alignments, it is believed that it might happen by the end of December, or by the spring, no later than 2023. So it's definitely best to be prepared, to be grounded in order to be able to make the shift of ages. And how we're going to do that, guys, is that our light body is going to activate. When our light body activates, we're going to be able to go into the higher dimensional Earth, where these ancient cities or these hidden cities are going to be perfectly tangible all around us, fully intact, by the way. And then, of course, the wicked are going to be left behind, and they are the only ones that are going to experience the Earth changes when the electromagnetic flip takes place.
Now, when the giants, let's just call them part of the dark deep cult, is there any way for them to be destroyed other than by the Olympians or the solar flare or solar flash?
Another belief is that they will be destroyed by the solar flash, because the giants are connected to Kronos. Kronos in mythology is planet Saturn, which is at the head of the dark, what we call the dark cult team of the Saturnalia Black Sun cult. So Jupiter represents the light. Jupiter represents the rebellion against tyranny, right? In mythology, Jupiter represents the returning of Zeus.
Yes.
Well, it's not just Zeus. It's the Olympians with all the demigods of old that have reincarnated through the lineage. So through their descendants, that's how these new set of gods and goddesses are emerging. Wow. And yes, they're going to do it right in the nick of time to strike these giants down in order to usher in a new heaven on earth for the rest of humanity. And that's going to be known as the sixth golden age.
I love it, Ishmael. You triggered something that one of our soul tribe was asking, and this is from such a lady love. Ishmael, will peace be on earth and in the galaxy forever, or just 1,000 years?
Okay, so because we are entering the sixth root race, we also have one more root race to complete. Now, there's going to be peace on the earth upon this shift that is about to take place, guys. Any day now, there will be peace for about 1,000 years. And at the end of the 1,000 years, we will have one final battle with those that went into the technocratic dystopia, otherwise known as the AI timeline. So unfortunately, there is going to be a timeline split. And at the end of the millennium, there's going to be one final clash against the dystopian technocratic AI timeline that is now beginning to formulate as I speak. And right now they're coexisting, but they're going to bifurcate. But at the end of the millennium, one final clash. And from what I understand, because the future is taking place simultaneously with the present and the past, we also win that war. And then that is what ushers in the seventh golden age, which marks the 7 evolutionary cycles that the earth undergoes in order for the earth to be settled in all life and all eternity, where the earth never experiences a dark age again, which is awesome. That's why they call that the last battle. And then that's going to usher in a whole new era in cosmos from this earth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You say that the Olympians, or let's just call them the Alliance, gets in just in the nick of time. Are we going to see some rumors of war, some like dark times, but then those dark times get flipped? How does this timeline kind of look as it pertains to them saving, let's just call it the universe or the galaxy, as it pertains to just in the nick of time?
You could say that because the future has already happened, there is going to be a smooth transition for those that are not wicked. But however, we are going to see things escalate as far as like the fake news is concerned.
Right.
So there's going to be rumors of war, and I think that's already started, and it's going to lead to the point where they're going to try to, peak that, or how can I say it? They're going to try to push that all the way up until the spring of next year when the shift of the ages takes place. So it's best to not listen to the news. It's best to, at this point, just don't take anything negative and understand that the light has won and that Prime Creator Source is now in command. Because another thing that people fail to understand is that the Hyperboreans, our original ancestors, guys, are the equivalent of the original eternal race that comes from the Mother Central Universe. It is them represented. They are represented on a planetary level, and that's why they exist at the center of our Earth. And they are beings that have actually access to all 12 dimensions. So we could say that Zeus was actually the 5th dimensional representative of Michael the Archangel. And that explains why the Holy Grail, the descendants of the White Hats, right? The Kennedys, Princess Diana, what's his name, Trump, they all come from that same lineage. They all come from the lineage of Zeus, and guess who the giants are working for? Enki. Yeah. So if we read how the Nephilim were an abomination, and that explains the flood, well, that corresponds to the return of Enki, right? Well, Enki has his entourage, which are those sleeping giants. And even Michael Sala's team, who has totally been compromised by Enki, are pushing that. They're pushing. Yeah, they're talking about the giants, but they're talking about them being some sort of like a benevolent and part of Enki's entourage, which means they represent the Antichrist.
Wow. There it is, Kristen. There it is, Soul Tribe. Hot content being dropped this Sunday evening by the commander himself, Ismael Perez. Kristen, before we kind of but turn the page a little bit, no pun intended to Janine, do you have any questions for Ishmael regarding this particular topic?
Not at this time, but I find it very interesting, for sure. Yeah. It's going to get pretty wild, for sure.
Here's a question, Ishmael, coming from real-world witness Chrissy. She wants to know, is the Great Pyramid of Giza placed on the center of the Earth? And do pyramids play a part moving into the 5th or the 5D dimension?
Yes, of course. The pyramids play a huge part in this because they're actually the capstone. The significance of the capstone not being activated represents the Earth's re-entry into a multi-dimensional level of reality where the Earth will once again be connected through a cosmic current to all the 12 dimensions. So there's going to be actually various positive timelines. There's going to be a 5th dimensional timeline. There's going to be an 8th dimensional timeline and a 12th dimensional timeline. So there's going to be 3 parallel Earths. And depending on people's vibrational frequency, they're going to get to ascend beyond the 5th dimensional Earth. So the Great Pyramid is symbolically speaking, when the shift takes place, that means that the capstone will be once again illuminating. In other words, it'll be like and that's what's going to make the Earth shine like a jewel throughout the multiverse. It's that capstone.
I love it, Ishmael. I love it. Kristen, I love it, Soul Tribe. It sounds I'm telling you, this is going to be epic as we move into the end of December into 2023. Ismael Perez is dropping hot content tonight as it pertains to what is going on with the Galactic Federation and the events that are about to occur with Earth and as we move and ascend into the dimensions and beyond. Absolutely fascinating stuff, Ishmael. Talking about, let's kind of talk about blood types really quick. And I am still wanting to ask about Yoel Roth, as well as Albert Bourla, the CEO of Pfizer, stepping down. We are going to get to those current events after we hit some of these questions from our soul tribe. So here is one from Tony Plant. She says, I watched Janine and she never said O was Anunnaki. She said it was very old, original Earth people with strong constitution. I can't put words into Janine's mouth. I haven't seen it. She is also O blood group. I found that show to be really interesting. So Queen of Ravens, shout out to her. She has done a show. Could you talk a little bit about blood types, Ishmael? Here's another one from Tony Plant. She says, hi, Soul Tribe. I would like to know if negative blood group is a natural or designed physiology with the origin of stopping or blood breeding with, plus as negative blood types have to avoid miscarriage. So Ishmael, I would let you go ahead and have the open mic if you want to talk a little bit about blood types, and then I'll go ahead and let you, just like I said, have the floor. This seems to be a pretty hot topic with the Soul Tribe. Does our blood type indicate anything significant? And that's coming from Starshine 17. So Ishmael, I'll go ahead and let you have the mic on this topic of blood types.
All right. So every root race connects with every other root race. The original root race was an etheric root race that was very spiritual, not yet rooted in matter, nor organic form. And they were known as the Polarian root race. They set the blueprint, the spiritual blueprint for all the other root races to follow. So we could say that the Rh negative blood type is traceable to the original angelic human race, which again goes back to the age of Hyperboreus, the original golden age. And that explains why they have always been the guardians of the tree of life. Because, we hear about two trees, right? In all ancient manuscripts, we hear about the tree of good and evil and the tree of good of life.
Yes.
So going back to the blood type, the O negative, which is the universal donor, is actually a blood type that was uncorrupted and undiluted when Enki, the master geneticist, did his shenanigans during the times of Atlantis. And that explains why for thousands of years the Rh negative blood type, with O being the most universal, meaning the most high concentration of celestial genetics, has existed through a lineage. Again, a lineage going back to the original demigods, going back to the line of King David, and then later it translated as the Holy Grail. So the difference is that those that are Rh negative is that they don't have the rhesus monkey protein, which means they don't have the primitive gene. And now it has multiplied to become 12 to 13% of the world population, whereas before it was just it went through just one family. But after the crucifixion, Mary Magdalene did have two childs, by the way, and I believe that bloodline proliferated when they went to France. And that explains the role of the Black Madonna, which has nothing to do with skin color. It was all about the hidden matriarch, the one who gave us, which now we have up to 12 to 13%. Thanks to the proliferation of that bloodline, now 13% of the world population are Rh negative. So it goes back, again, to the race of immortals. It's an uncorrupted, undiluted strain that was left intact thanks to Zeus, who was also Enlil to the Sumerians, who was left intact in the original Hebrew people. And that's why it went through the 12 tribes of Israel. And then, of course, the highest concentration of that lineage went through King David and Solomon. And then, of course, Jesus was born into that lineage. Mary Magdalene was part of the same lineage. And then throughout the Dark Middle Ages, they were known as the Holy Grail lineage.
Yes. That makes sense, and it's very interesting, Ishmael, how you break it down with the different timelines going all the way back. I love it. We could spend forever talking about the bloodlines, Kristen. Ishmael, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to say one last thing. Somebody also asked in that question about taking this Rogan shot, right? When an Rh negative blood type mother conceives an Rh positive baby, the body sees it as foreign. So I think it's required for them to take a shot called Rogan in order for them to not kill the fetus. And this is typical of mothers who are Rh negative and who are giving birth to, or going to be giving birth to kids who are Rh positive. They have to take the shot. Otherwise, the fetus does not make it because they're seen as two different species. And, you know, I don't really know how that is, but I guess it makes perfect sense when you think about it.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Ishmael, here, I was looking at the chat too, and I do want to ask maybe a personal question after this one. Is it possible to have your blood type changed after you have been born?
Oh, absolutely.
And how could that possibly take place? Is it through the foods we eat, chemtrails, dark deep cult, entertainment purposes only, of course, but not really? Kind of maybe walk us through that just briefly. And Kristen, I just had to mute your mic because of the sirens behind you.
The sirens are wild today. Yeah.
Maybe walk us through that,
Sure.
possibly having your blood type change.
Okay, so it in some cases, not in most cases, people that are not taking care of themselves due to the contamination of the food supply, the chemtrails, everything, right? The shampoos that they use, that actually the nanotechnology that is invading people's bodies are actually altering the blood type. And that's how it's taking place through nanotech. You know, nanotech is nothing new, guys. It's something that the entire universe has been fighting for millions of years. But that's how they're able to change species from within. And that is how this alien AI, known as the Animus, has been conquering worlds. They don't do it externally. They do it from within. They take over the organic bodies. They convert the organic into an inorganic. And then that's when they connect them to the Borg mind. And so, or the Borg hive, rather. So it's all done through AI, by the way. That's how they change the blood type. And that's what they're trying to do with the Mark of the Beast. They're trying to alter people's blood type. Again, you know, because that's what they do. It is a war against the blood, guys, because there's life force. There's magical properties in our blood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there is. So it is a war against genetics. Ultimately, what it boils down to is a war against the organic way of life. That's what it boils down to.
That's a great way to put it. That is a very, very simplistic and dynamic way to put it. It's a war against the organic way of life. Yeah. And like we said on all of our shows, or at least the very first one about that, we have the God gene, and that's exactly what the AI wants. We are divine. We have that divine God gene, and that's exactly what they are after. Damn, yeah. Ishmael, you are making this so simple, but yet like making a complex situation. You're explaining it very well to our soul tribe, and they absolutely love it. Kristen, any follow-up questions for Ishmael regarding blood types?
I think we got the gist of it, but yeah, very interesting, and it's just amazing how you know all this like that. You know, so awesome. Yeah, the soul tribe loving it. So I think we should let the soul tribe ask their questions for sure.
They're doing a great job asking the questions. Keep them coming on. We've had Ishmael on for about 30 minutes. Ishmael, here's a little, if you want to answer it, that's fine. If you don't, we don't have to. I don't know if I heard it on a previous interview, but did you say that your father is a starseed and your mom was not a starseed? Or could you maybe explain maybe your lineage of being a starseed?
I believe my mother was the starseed because my mother comes from royal blood. Okay. She comes from pure, undiluted O negative, AB negative. I think it's O negative. And I don't really know much about my father's blood type, but I do know that because of the way I was conceived, my mother was how can I say it? From her womb as a fetus, I was genetically upgraded constantly. I was edited. I was involved in like some sort of by the benevolent forces, of course, to develop an ultra super soldier weapon in the future against AI. So I don't really know how the details of it. All I know is that I was, because of my mom's heavy concentration of her blood type and her mitochondria level being so high, which is the powerhouse of the cell, which is equivalent to in Star Wars what they call midichlorians. Her and like I think 51 other women were picked to conceive a child that was going to be that was going to have genetics of the celestials, of the different celestial species out there, put in one spot. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
that does make sense, and I apologize for getting it flipped. That's very interesting when it comes to that. So I've seen you in person, and yeah, Soul Tribe, he is absolutely the real deal when it comes to being a starseed for sure. We saw Ishmael at the Truther event, me and Kristen, as well as my little starseed. She saw him as well. So absolutely, Ismael Perez, the real deal. This is where I kind of want to go next. The King of Cups has a question, then we're going to get into kind of the news that is current right now. Dennis, King of Cups says, it has been determined that the Esseni mysticism came from Atlantis. We pulled cards on this previously on our last show, Ishmael, and that's what we got.
did it originate there, or was it from off-world?
Oh, it originated in Atlantis. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so definitely, yes. And also the ancient Druids and the ancient Celtics, they were different branches of the Essenes. So they were known as, and they are known as the Brotherhood of Light. And those were the keepers and guardians of the ancient mystery schools.
Perfect. Well said. Well, Kristen, it's collaborating and correlating with the cards that you had pulled on Friday's show. Very interesting, Soul Tribe. Very interesting. Great question, Dennis. All right, so here we are. We're going to go right into the news. Let me go ahead and pull up my screen. Ishmael, we have the CEO of Pfizer, and as we know, we'll just call it poison that they have tried to mandate on us to steal our God gene. He stepped down, and we had pulled cards on Albert Bourla, that's the CEO of Pfizer. He stepped down. Can you give us any information regarding him? Is he going to be in some hot water? It's been reported that he has left the country. Ishmael, any kind of update that you want to give the Soul Tribe regarding Albert Bourla, the CEO of Pfizer, stepping down and leaving?
Well, it's part of the alliance bringing down the whatever is left of the cabal, infrastructure. So at the highest level of the cabal, yes, we do have the World Health Organization as well as big tech. Because they are all working with AI, the negative AI that we're all fighting, on an interdimensional level. And so the fact that they're stepping down is not really necessarily that they're stepping down, it's that they've been arrested.
I love it.
Yeah, and also Dr. Doom is next, as well as the big gates. And also the guy behind the metaverse. His name starts with an M and his last name starts with a Z as in zebra. I don't want to mention it.
I think we know. All right, so we'll go ahead and say it right now. Ishmael had said this back in June when we first had him on Father's Day, that the first major arrest that will shock the world will be Dr. F. And we know it's Fauci. And then we know entertainment purposes only, of course, but not really the big gates. And we're not talking about Melinda, even though she is a part of it. We're talking about Will or Bill Gates.
Right.
He is also going to be in there as well. We are still on that timeline. Ishmael is not wavering. We are going to see some hot water coming for Dr. Fauci, the son of Father Teresa, if you know what we mean, Soul Tribe. Father Teresa, Anthony Fauci. Entertainment purposes only, of course, but not really. I believe that it's already has happened. They are just kind of coming out in the open, in the public, as this is unfolding in this movie. What's going to be the next step for Pfizer, Ishmael? Are they going to just go ahead and terminate? Is there going to be some kind of crimes against humanity kind of determined and brought out into the open as it pertains to Pfizer and Big Pharma?
Absolutely. Everything's going to be revealed. All the hidden deaths that they've been covering up, all the different blood clots, all the different abnormal secondary effects that are now happening to hundreds of thousands. And I think it's now at 1 million or 2 million.
Wow.
All that stuff is going to be revealed. The truth about, what's in the mark of the beast will come out in the open. And that's what's going to shock the normies or those that are still asleep.
Yeah.
It's going to be about Big Pharma and more specifically about the medicine that they were trying to force onto us.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kristen, any follow-up questions for Ishmael as it pertains to Albert Bourla, the CEO of Pfizer, stepping down, Dr. Fauci, anything that you would like to share with the Soul Tribe or with Ishmael this evening?
I feel it's all about to go down for them. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We are expecting a big tower moment for sure, and kind of staying along kind of the same lines as it pertains to, let's just call it the Supreme Court. They have a big case that they are going to be hearing on January 6, 2023. They're going to make a kind of a decision. Ishmael, I want to get your take on this. Are we going to see Brandon step down, exit left, and then also what about his son of a Brandon, and his laptop from hell? Maybe if you want to just talk a little bit about Brandon and the son of a Brandon.
due to the gravity and severity of what is in that laptop, which is not only treason, but it's an abomination to humanity. They were actually, not only are they going to be stepping down, but they're going to be executed.
Entertainment purposes only, of course, but not really, Ishmael. I love it. I love it. Keep on going.
So that's what I foresee, and that's what they're telling me as well. It's going to be severe. It's going to be severe for these people. We're not talking about an arrest. We're not talking about a, here, guys, these guys have been playing you guys, and these villains are not good. It's about justice, guys. So justice is going to play out. So we're going to be experiencing some good things.
I love it. I love it, Ishmael. Go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to say, and also the good guys are getting ready to roll out all the types of healing modalities they have been using within the private sector. So we're also going to see a huge transition in the AMA and pharmaceutical company, shifting from that to the new medicine when this all, when this whole thing comes out.
Right. Absolutely.
Yes.
Could we kind of get your take? The last time we had you on, 45 was still banned from Twitter. Elon Musk has now taken over Twitter and has reinstated the account of 45. Now, there has been some speculation that Elon Musk is a dark hat or he's playing both sides. Ishmael, what is your take on Elon Musk right now? He's doing he's doing unprecedented things with his release of Twitter Files 1, Twitter Files 2. He's releasing some information. What is your take with with Elon Musk and Twitter and the information that is pouring out from Twitter just in the last couple of weeks?
Okay, so there's two Elon Musk. The White Hats, the Alliance actually cloned him and made him good, just like Putin, by the way. There used to be a bad Putin, now we have a good Putin, thanks to the Alliance. So the old Elon Musk is working with AI in the development of Neuralink, right, to eventually hook us up to the Borg, or to interfaces with technology, where technology becomes part of our bodies. However, the new Elon Musk that is now that was developed, that was created by the Alliance, is actually a good guy. So there's two of them now. There's two Elon.
Okay, so we have the good the good Ishmael. The good Ishmael's always good. If we have the good Elon Musk right now on this earth plane, what happened to the bad Elon Musk?
Oh, well, when the solar flash takes place, he's going to be nuked because he's already a cyborg. The original Elon Musk is already integrated with technology. He's you could say that the neural lace that he's been developing through Neuralink, he's been the one who has been using it already in secret. So that's why they had to make a new Elon Musk. And that explains why he's reinstating Trump's account, because this new one is actually working for the Alliance. So it's interesting the way these interdimensional forces work with the ground crew.
That makes complete sense, Christian. That makes complete sense of what we've been getting
and what the Soul Tribe has been saying.
Yeah, the cards are right then. That's awesome. I'll take it.
Well, we have, because Elon is dropping hot content as it pertains to the son of a Brandon, as well as reinstating a lot of other truther accounts for that information to get out. And he's still not done. He's still not done with all this information coming out about the shadow banning and other things that Twitter has been having their hands on as it pertains to how we go and vote and their manipulation of that. Ishmael, I think I kind of jumped topics. When it comes to the Supreme Court of the United States, and they're going to be hearing that case from Brunson on January 6th, can you maybe give us some insight? What is your opinion on the Supreme Court's ruling on that Brunson case?
I think it's going to be in favor of the White Hats, the way things are going now. Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And how do you foresee this kind of coming out, Ishmael? Are you going to see Brandon step down, 45 reinstated? How do you think this is going to play in the timeline?
Like I said, there's going to be different timelines, but in one timeline, yes, the guys in the office step down, the good guys come in. In another timeline, there is a reversal pole where it automatically shifts us into a higher dimensional Earth where all the ancient civilizations are there. So it all depends, but each and every single one of those timelines is actually a positive timeline. So in either case, however it goes down, guys, the dark age is over. We're going to be entering a new age. And in this new age, mankind will be uplifted. Mankind will no longer be, suppressed or oppressed.
Yeah.
I love it, Ishmael.
I love it.
When it comes to
the alliance, okay, and when it comes to let's just say all of this being public, when do you foresee maybe, I don't want to even say tribunals, when do you foresee this happening out in the public, people to see? Are we expecting this to happen in January of 23 or anytime between now and prior to or the spring of 2023?
The way things are unfolding, I believe that it's going to be any time between now and the spring of 2023.
Okay.
Nice.
Because we also remember, we're also dealing with different houses, or what they call astrological alignments. So a lot of it determines or is dependent upon the planetary and astrological alignment as well. So we have to wait for that alignment to take place that will totally usher in the new era. And many believe it's going to be between now and the spring. So
I love it. Do it, Alliance. Do it, Soul Tribe. Do it, Ismael Perez. Dropping hot content here on the Soul Tribe. We absolutely love it. Cammie, if you could send in your super chat one more time. I did not see it, Cammie. If you're still watching, go ahead and send in that super chat for Ishmael. Kristen, do you have any questions for Ishmael as it pertains to these current events happening right now?
Yeah, let's see. I would like to know what you think about Christmas, because there's, talk about Christmas is going to be extra special. What do you think? Is anything, do you sense anything is going to occur?
There could be because people are sensing something is brewing. Like, we feel it. And a lot of sensitive people who really have these gifts are noticing that something big is coming. So as far as it happening before Christmas, that could be the case. Again, everything is aligning towards the spring of next year. But the chain of events that are going to be rolling into that shift of the ages, I would say, will happen by the end of this year. And there was I believe, a video out there put out by a little girl who has, who is a crystal child, who is very tapped into the changes. And her mother asked her, like, when do you think people will see things for what they really are and the truth will come out? And she says, before Christmas, everybody will know the truth. I don't know if you guys have seen that video, but this is coming from a young girl. I think she's maybe 5 or 6.
Wow.
Really tapped in. So, we'll see. We'll see what unfolds.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. I can't wait to hear it.
I know.
Can't wait to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Ishmael, it's been said we follow the special. I don't know if anyone has asked you this before, but I'm going to go ahead and ask it. We follow the special message board of the 17th letter of the alphabet and the information that they are giving out, their team, the Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you, in your opinion, is going to send out the tweet, "My fellow Americans, the storm is upon us"? In your opinion, who is going to send out that tweet?
I think it's going to be Trump. I think it's going to be Trump because there's a reason why he was reinstated back on Twitter. And I think he's gonna, from what I understand, he has a huge following on Twitter.
Yeah, millions.
Yeah. So once he sends out the tweet, then that's when we should all expect the EBS shortly after.
Ooh. Yes, let's talk about the EBS, Ishmael. Where are we on that timeline? And if you want to just briefly talk about the EBS.
Oh, the emergency broadcast system. Well, this has been in the plan for centuries. Actually, it goes back to the Saint Germain Trust, and the White Hats that are kind of like, how can I say it? that stemmed from the original Templars. The original Knights of the Templars were the white hats during medieval times, right? The enemies of the Vatican, right? The Vatican has always been what? The core of the cabal, right? Babylon, the second Babylon, all roads lead to Rome. So we could say that this whole EBS has been in design for many, many, many years. And so through Project Odin, I believe, thanks to the good Elon, right? Remember, there's two, right? The satellites are going to take over the entire airwaves. Radio, television, everything's going to be taken over by the white hats. And then that's when they're going to be broadcasting. And I think it's going to be running like 10 hours a day for the next 3 days.
Yes.
So that's why they're saying it's best to have like 10 days of water and food, because, you know, they're going to be closing everything down due to the arrest of all the pawns and all the different lackeys that have been part of the swamp.
Absolutely. Entertainment purposes only, of course, Soul Tribe, but not really. Stuff is about to occur. We need to be prepared at all levels, our spiritual level, vibrational level, frequencies, as well as our necessities. Here's a question from Carol B. She says, if those of us who have months worth of stored food, should we also overstock with more food? Do you think a month's worth of food would be sufficient enough, Ishmael? I mean, this is just Ishmael's opinion. He is not giving life advice. He is just dropping hot content and giving his opinions on possibly how much emergency food you may have. I think, Ishmael, what do you think?
I say no more than 10 days. You know,
Okay.
yeah. The mess is going to be cleaned up pretty quick, guys. It's already being orchestrated from behind the scenes. And from what I believe is that all they were trying to do is clean up the last of the underground tunnels in the Ukraine. And also clean up some of the negative reptilians that were lurking in the underground tunnels, which, by the way, a lot of the super soldiers were fighting under the direction of Putin. So, yeah, that's what they were waiting for. Now that they have cleaned up the underground tunnels in the Ukraine, I think we're going to start seeing things unfold.
I love it. I love it, Ishmael. Kristen, do you have any questions regarding current events for Ishmael right now?
I think I'm good. I think that Christmas, that was the only one I really had. But yeah, I like all this information. It's great.
I'm
Yes.
going to go ahead. Mm-hmm.
We're ending the age again. You know, history is cyclic. So we're ending once again the age of Kronos, right? Which is ruled by the descendants of the Nephilim, right? The Cabal. And we're beginning the age of light.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We are, absolutely in the age of light right now. Ishmael, do you want to share anything regarding your book or any kind of news or current updates in Ishmael's life with the Soul Tribe right now? And we do have a few more questions, but I want to give you a little bit of time to kind of talk about something that you would like to talk about.
Sure, I know. I'm noticing in the comments that a lot of people are asking me if they're a starseed or what type of starseed they are. Wondering if I could read their energy, if they're an old soul. Well, I can't necessarily see, but I'm just reading the comments. But if you guys want to know more about that, I do suggest that you take my online course, my Starseed Cosmology course. It's under themysticarts.org, themysticarts.org. And that class goes in detail about the different star races, their characteristics, their qualities, the different star races in relationship to the star seeds on the Earth. We go over chakras, dimensions, planetary, galactic, and cosmic history, among many other things. So I would suggest, taking my class and you would be able to see where you resonate, to see, if you resonate with one particular star race, or in most cases, you'll probably resonate with more than one, because a lot of us are hybrids. And so, feel free to take the class. It's really worth it. And also, I just wanted to let everyone know that I do have a website now. It's called ourcosmicorigin.com. And in that website, you have all my links to my real YouTube channel, all my social media links. Apparently, I do have a lot of imposters out there.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, they are Ishmael, but they're not the real Ishmael. That's for sure. And they try to steal our content as well, Ishmael.
No,
we will have every thing for Ishmael in the description of this video, where his website is, links to his book, all of his courses. All of that is going to be in the description of this video, Soul Tribe. So if you guys it was a little fast for you to hear,
go back. It'll be in the description of this video. Everything having to do with Ismael Perez will be in the description of this video.
Yes.
Oh, and my new book is almost out, the edited version with the added chapter that's going to segue into the next book.
Oh.
So that's probably going to be out in the next 2 weeks, guys. I'm working on getting that out as soon as possible.
Nice.
So that added chapter is worth it, guys. It's going to explain the future a little bit.
Absolutely.
And then also Kristen has also taken your course and has recommended it as well. She got a lot of information from that. So Soul Tribe, go ahead and check that out. Go to Ishmael's website, check it out, do your own research, but absolutely worth the content. As Ishmael is dropping hot content again today on Arcana Shores with the Wonder Twins. This is hot content. I don't know if people are asking you these questions, if they have already. I don't think they have. I haven't heard them. This is hot content tonight with current events with Ismael Perez. Yeah. Ishmael, here's one kind of going back about the Tree of Life. This is coming from Absnith, aka the Queen of Wands. Is the Tree of Life part of the foundation of youth? And is there a connection to the waters in the portal below Antarctica? I'm finding we have portals that are now closed due to the baddies.
Yes, it is. Yes, the Tree of Life is connected to our youth, our original image that we were made as immortals. Again, going back to the age of Hyperborea. And so what we see here is that the remnants of the age of Hyperborea survived, and that's how they created the City of Gold. And they have been the guardians and keepers of the Tree of Life, by the way, which is connected, again, to the cosmic current that connects the Earth back to the eternal life systems of the Mother Universe. Because at the highest level of the Earth's version or of reality, she is the cosmic Sophia, the Great Mother.
Mm. Cool. That makes sense. I have heard that, and you are very consistent on that. Ishmael is speaking the truth, absolutely, right here on Arcana Shores. Ishmael, we have you for about an hour, so about 10 minutes left. I do want to be respectful of your time. Here's a question from Vicky Coast. I'm not going to post it, but I am going to ask it. If you can answer it, Ishmael, to your best ability, the Soul Tribe would appreciate it. So, have all the children underneath the surface, have they been saved? Or can you give us a percentage of how many have been saved?
Due to the cleaning of what's been going on in the Ukraine, it's at 99.9%. I think they're just about finishing up, and that's why it's been taking long, guys. You know, for the EBS and the transition and the transfer of, again, the wealth from the elites to the people. That's why it's been taking long, because of what's been going on in those parts of the world, especially in the Ukraine. So the job is almost complete. Yeah. It was a process that took many years, because we're talking about millions of children.
Absolutely, Ishmael. For those that have been saved, and I work as a psychologist in a school, working with kids, being a school psychologist, working with a lot of different disabled children. In your opinion, what they've experienced underneath the surface, how could they, in your opinion, or what's the plan to kind of bring their psyche, their psychology, their physical bodies to kind of a like just being restored, just at a physical, spiritual level? Kind of what is the plan of the Alliance or the Star Seeds as it pertains to those children who have gone through extremely traumatic events?
They're the children that survive, that are still half alive, that are not, dead, have actually been taken off-world to different space stations to actually regenerate them and heal them through these celestial cosmic chambers, as well as holographic regenerators, and then of course the quantum healing beds and all that stuff. So they're being taken off world to be generated and to be completely restored, and that is being done through a mothership by the name of I think it's called. There's a mothership in which they're taking most of them. I think it's called the Capricorn.
Okay.
Capricorn, yeah. So they're being taken off world, into these med beds to be completely healed. So when they return, they're going to be the kids, these children that were rescued are going to be able to tell their story as well.
Absolutely. Thank you for that uplifting message for our Soul Tribe. I know it's a very hot topic as it pertains to the littles and how they are going to be coping. How are they going to be not used but restored? Is the Space Force involved with that operation as well, Ishmael?
Yeah, the Space Force is like the overt name for the Solar Warden. Yeah, that's what the Alliance mostly consists of, is Solar Warden and then several defectors of the interplanetary corporate conglomerate who joined the light, who joined from the dark to the light, and then, of course, members of the Global Galactic League of Nations. But overall, it's Solar Warden is the covert program behind the Alliance. And then, of course, the overt program is the Space Force.
All right. That makes me feel good. I know it makes the Soul Tribe feel good as well. Ishmael, when they are restored, when they are healed from all of the trauma, are they then returned to their parents? Are they still kind of maybe in a safe, we'll just call it like a safe place until everything gets cleaned up? Kind of like what does that kind of look like? If you can answer.
Yes, they will be returning to their parents. Once the EBS comes out, the new financial system is in place, and everything is safe for them to come out in the open, then they will be returning to their family.
Perfect. Okay. Ishmael, I work, and I was having this discussion with Medicine Woman. She's also working with special needs children as well. She and I were talking about autistic children and the different gifts that they have, and how society in this matrix likes to label them and kind of segregate them from the other children. I have an opinion on this, but as it pertains to kids on the spectrum, what kind of gifts do they have that others, let's just call it like in the matrix or in the 3D, can't see?
Yeah.
The autistic children are a gift to this world, and they have nothing. It has nothing to do with vaccinations, guys. It has to do with advanced genetics. That's why there is a spectrum. Those that are low functioning is because they're so in tune with the higher dimensions, it's hard for them to communicate verbatim. Whereas those on the other side of the spectrum, which are considered high functioning, are extremely intelligent. They're like the new geniuses. For example, Nikola Tesla was autistic, but he was far in the right. He was a part of the what they call high functioning on that part of the spectrum. Elon Musk is autistic. A lot of the world's greatest thinkers and those that have contributed to the progression of our society, whether it is through science or philosophy or any contribution of that regard, they have all been autistic. So now the fact that they're coming in the numbers, guys, has a lot to do with this new race of beings that are going to inhabit the new Earth. So they're already there. They're already beyond, the rest of the humans. So they are a gift to the world.
Absolutely. And I work with them on a daily basis. So does she. And I know for a fact that not every single one of them, but I'm saying a good handful of them, Ishmael and Kristen and Soul Tribe, they are telepathic. They are telepathic. They are seeing things that other people are not seeing. And I know for a fact, there's 3 of them, 3 students, different, one from last year, 2 this year. They're absolutely reading minds and reading in between the lines of like, the only way that I could think of it is like they are reading energy and they are picking up on different types of energy between me, Medicine Woman, the teacher, like everything. Like they are seeing things that other kids don't see. And I know for a fact what Ishmael is dropping tonight as it pertains to children on the spectrum, children who are being rescued underneath the surface and being restored. Hot content, Ishmael, coming from the heart, coming from a matter of truth and speaking. And that is why the Soul Tribe loves you. That is why I love you. That is why Kristen loves you as well. And you are here. You on an open mic whenever you want, Ishmael. Arcana Shores, Jason, Kristen, the Wonder Twins stand behind Ismael Perez 1,000%.
Well, I guess I should just make an announcement to the Soul Tribe that I am going to commit to being on this show every 2 Sundays, every 2 weeks.
I love it.
Jason,
So,
he loves it.
thank you. So, gather all your questions, Soul Tribe, because you're going to be seeing more of me.
Yeah. Kristen, there it is. We're booking it every 2 weeks, Soul Tribe. Unless something happens, every 2 weeks, Ismael Perez will be on the Arcana Shores Soul Tribe Wonder Twins. Take it to the bank. We love it, Ishmael. Kristen, do you have any? I know we have maybe 5 minutes left with Ishmael. Do you have any questions for Ishmael? Any topic, any subject, Kristen?
Well, I was dedicating this hour for the Soul Tribe because I love them all. But I see some super chats up there, so let's let them ask their questions because I always am here and I can always ask, whenever. So let's give them a chance.
Well, I have been asking a lot of questions from the Soul Tribe, Kristen. We do have a few left. Cammie G, go ahead and send it in. Put some emojis with it. I would like to answer your question or at least ask it for Ishmael. I've been searching for it. I haven't seen it. So Cammie G, get the attention of our moderators and put some emojis with your questions so I can go ahead and ask it to the galactic soldier and commander himself, Ishmael. Ishmael, I don't know if I want to even touch this topic. This is old news. I think we need to stay together. But Primo has a question regarding Elena Dannon. Do you still want to talk about her, or do you want to just love and light to Elena?
At this point, I think people should have the discernment to distinguish, between misinformation and accurate information. I want to just leave that alone now because,
Okay.
She is working with the team, and you know what I mean? I don't want to mention their names. I guess I did mention it. He's behind exopolitics, but he's the ringleader. They're trying to promote a sky god alien savior, when in actuality, we are the ones everyone's expecting. It's not supposed to come from the sky. We are it. Star seeds are it.
Yeah.
And so I don't really want to say anything about her. Just I pray for her because she was taken over a year ago, and a lot of people have sensed that. And I really don't have anything else to say other than that. Be careful with, again, guys, be careful with those that are promoting Enki because he is the great trickster.
Mm-hmm.
Is he still trying to get to women using men and let's just call it sexuality? Ishmael, is he still trying to infiltrate?
Yeah, he tried, but the Guardian Alliance stopped him.
Okay.
He did infiltrate. That's why the Federation reorganized as the Galactic Alliance. So we are no longer called the Federation. We're called actually the Galactic Alliance.
All right,
Nice.
the Galactic Alliance. I love it, Ishmael. Angela Manning says Ishmael is Superman. That is true. I can go ahead and say that for a fact. I met him in person. Definitely a Superman, 1000%. Ishmael, let's talk maybe a little bit about. There's a question regarding. I know we can't give medical advice, and shout out to Lance. Lance is going to be joining us in the second hour once Ishmael departs from the Arcana Shores. But Keep It Rational has a question, Ishmael, and if you kind of just answer the best you can. We are not giving medical advice. This is just a family card game show, and we have one of our brother soldier in arms with us. Kristen, can chakra balancing positively affect thyroid function and relieve hyperthyroidism symptoms?
Absolutely. Yes, because a lot of the problems that we have with our organs is a result of some chakra not spinning in balance or being clogged. So the more you clean, the more you balance out your chakras, the more you clear them out, the healthier you're going to be. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, for those that have read my book, I explained it in great detail how all illnesses begin within the energy body, and that's where the chakras are located. Of course, corresponding to the spine. But when the energy body is being blocked, or a particular level of the energy body is being blocked, it actually takes effect on the physical organs eventually. So doing chakra work, all that stuff is key, guys, in keeping optimal health.
Absolutely. Any kind of advice, Ishmael, as it pertains to clearing the chakras or balancing them, keeping them aligned? What kind of work can the Soul Tribe do, in your opinion, to get those chakras working in max capacity, or at least the best they can?
Grounding in Mother Earth, nature. That is, Mother Earth is the most healing source of energy that we can take. So take a few minutes a day, 20, 30 minutes daily, and just go where there is nature, whether it's a big park, whether it's the mountains, a river, a lake, an ocean, the beach, anywhere, and just ground yourself with the elements. And that's how you bring balance to the chakras.
I love it. Great advice, you guys, for balancing your chakras. Ishmael, once again, you are going to be coming on here on a more regular basis every 2 weeks. We are going to go ahead and book it, and our Soul Tribe loves it. You dropped so much hot content today, this first hour. Soul Tribe, if you're just joining us, I don't know, but you missed a lot. And Ishmael was dropping hot content as he always does, but today was even more epic. Ishmael, love and light to me, from me to you, my brother. Kristen, go ahead and say your closing words to Ishmael as he departs the Soul Tribe.
Yeah, definitely. Love and light to you, your family, and definitely Merry Christmas too.
Likewise, guys. Happy holidays.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, and yeah, we'll see you.
We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
I love it. I know 2 weeks is on Christmas Day, but we'll work something out.
Mm-hmm.
We will definitely work something out, 1,000%.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Ishmael, love and light to you.
Likewise.
We'll see you next time.
Bye, Soul Tribe. Love you all.
We love it. Kristen, we just had Ismael Perez here on the Soul Tribe, and groundbreaking hot content was dropped.
It was hot content. It was a great hour, yes, and very positive, which I love that. It's great.
Yeah. Soul Tribe, you guys are doing a fantastic job at keeping the chat high vibration. We absolutely love it. Kristen and I love it. And Kristen, I want to give back to the Soul Tribe a little bit, watching right now. I want you to pull cards, and this is what I want to do, Soul Tribe. I would like for you guys to like, share, and then subscribe to the Soul Tribe. Okay, guys, go ahead and put in your angel numbers into the chat, and I would like for you guys to put your angel numbers in, and make sure you guys like, share, and then subscribe to the channel. Kristen is going to do a general reading for our Soul Tribe. I'm going to pick a lucky person for that general reading done right here, right now. We are still awaiting Lance from Ascent Nutrition to join us shortly. And once he does, I will alert the Soul Tribe, and then we will go ahead and have him on for this second hour. So, guys, for just in time for Christmas, we have Harley Ray. This is where you guys can get all of your sage, your crystals, your candles, everything and anything that the Soul Tribe is in need of. You guys can go to harleyrayBoutique.myshopify.com. That is harleyrayBoutique.myshopify.com for all of our Soul Tribe needs, Kristen. And like I've always, they definitely have the best products, in my opinion, Kristen. And what did you just open?
A brand new sage, because I burned all the other ones. My last little bundle. So yes, I will need to make a order with Harley Ray ASAP.
I love it, Kristen. Like I said, we are waiting for Lance to come on in the second hour. Soul Tribe, hot content was dropped with Ismael Perez. Plus, he is going to be coming on a more regular basis. Every 2 weeks, he's going to dedicate. Soul Tribe absolutely loves it as well. Kristen.
On fire.
On fire today. That is on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, this will be fun, you know? So let's do a general reading, and then
let me get to some super chat or stickers, Chris, and then go ahead and get your sage ready, get your cards warmed up, because I believe you are going to be having hot content dropped. We have Tanya. Tanya, thank you so much, Tanya, for the super sticker. Love and light to you. Thank you so much. as well as Vicky Reese. Vicky, thank you so much for the super sticker. Love and light to you, as well as to Cecilia24. Thank you so much, Cecilia. Love and light to you, as well as Sonia Lynch. Sonia, thank you so much for the super sticker. Love and light to you, Sonia. We have the King of Cups. Bromance number 1, check.
Bromance number 1, check for sure.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
That's like your early Christmas present. You had your bromance today. So
I'm done. Kristen.
Merry Christmas, Jason.
I love it. Kristen, we had Trump Sandbox watching us. Thank you so much, Trump Sandbox, for the super sticker.
Aww.
Love and light to you, Trump Sandbox. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming back. Kristen, this is what I want to do. I am going to pick a random Soul Tribe member to get a general reading. Guys, just make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Kristen is going to do a general reading. Right after the general reading, we have Lance Shuttler. He is in the bullpen. He is getting warmed up, and he is ready to drop hot content, Kristen, tonight on Arcana Shores.
Yeah, awesome. He always brings the fire.
He does, and the love and the light.
Yeah.
Cammy G, I didn't see your super chat. I didn't see it. I promise I didn't see it. But in keeping good faith, Kristen, what kind of message do you have for Cammy G this evening as it pertains to spirit from your cards?
Cammy G, and what a great number. I keep seeing that too. Awesome. So I'm going to use the gold cards for you since you got the 117 going on. Here we go. Ooh, King of Cups is your first card. And then you have the 8 of Swords in reverse, the 10 of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. So with that 8 of Swords in reverse, I feel like, especially next to the King of Cups, that you stepping in your power again, you're also free. So the 8 of Swords in reverse is freedom. So I feel like you freed yourself from some situation. I kind of feel like it's work related, or possibly someone was just such a burden, on you here, that 10 of Wands. So it could be a person, or also could be the workplace, is what I'm feeling. Then you have the Ace of Swords. So you do have victory out of this situation. Like I said, you are now free. You're in your power. So let's see where else this goes. The Wheel of Fortune, which is change, really positive changes, like a brand new cycle or a brand new chapter in your life. Then you have the Strength card. So the Strength card also, I do use this as good health as well. So standing in your power, you're definitely ready for a new chapter, and you're healthy. So that's awesome. Then you have the Ace of Cups, fulfillment, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. So lots of great energy. You have a lot of fire energy here. You also have fulfillment and success. And then that King of Pentacles, that makes me feel like possibly if it is a workplace situation, you're now doing something independently, something all on your own, something that you can call your own. So you're now, leading your own way. You have the 2 of Wands, the Temperance, and the 4 of Swords. So you're very grounded at this time. And also there's a travel card in here, possibly even a moving card. But you're definitely on your way. You're on your way to bigger and better things from whatever that situation was that was trying to hold you back. So that's what I see for Cammy G.
I love it, Kristen. Epic cards pulled for Cammy G.
Yeah.
Cammy G, if you if that resonated, go ahead and get a alert of our moderators, or go ahead and put into the chat if that resonated with you. I hope it did.
Me too.
I hope it did. Soul Tribe, you guys need to go to arcanashores11.com. That is arcanashores11.com. This is where you guys can go ahead and get a a full hour with Kristen. Go ahead and book your appointment, because you need to, because Kristen's cards are absolutely on fire. This is the angelic angel of Arcana Shores, arcanashores11.com. That is where you can find Kristen Lee, the angelic angel of Arcana Shores, with her epic card pulling. Kristen, absolutely love
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
All right, you guys, without further ado, it's been a while since I've seen my brother, Lance.
It's funny.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
the one, the only, the Knight of Cups himself, bringing the good news, the love and the light, as well as the fire. Here he is. It's Lance Shuttler. Lance, how are you?
Hey, Jason. I'm great. Great. How about you?
I'm doing a lot better since the last time you were on the show, and I had to basically watch from my bed because I was almost dying. I was almost dead.
Oh,
We're glad you're alive.
Jeez, I'm glad to be alive too. I don't know what I had, but it was something nasty. And I don't want to take control of the interview too much, but I do want to talk about my experience and how the products did help me. So before you leave today, I do want to talk about, to the Soul Tribe, what supplements I took and how they affected and how they helped me.
Awesome. That sounds great. Hey, Kristen. How are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, this is awesome. It's good to have you back for sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Always great to be here with both of you.
It is. It is great. Let me go ahead and share Cammie's intel right now. She says 1,000% thank you. That is exactly how it's been. And I feel so free right now. Love you, Kristen. You couldn't have said it more perfectly.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad it resonated. Awesome.
Yes, absolutely. So guys, go to arcanashores11.com for a personal reading with Kristen. Thank you so much, Cammie G. So Lance, where would you like to start with the Soul Tribe this evening?
We're going to talk about Brandon and Brandon's son and some very interesting things that are going on, especially as it relates to Elon. I know that people are probably seeing some of this stuff, but there's so much happening that there's no doubt that a lot of it we aren't seeing. But this is something that's happening that is huge, which is the 51 so-called intelligence agents, who said that the laptop from Brandon's son was disinformation, are now being subpoenaed. And you can see it right here. McCarthy is he has a quote, "We're going to bring them before a committee. I'm going to have them have a hearing, bring them, subpoena them before a committee. Why did they sign off on it? Why did they lie to the American public?" So that's very encouraging. And, kind of going into this a little bit, Glenn Greenwald, who we know has been, involved in reporting the truth for so long, had a lot of different comments to say about this, but specifically starts naming names, CIA, NSA, DHS, John Brennan, James Clapper, Hayden, Leon Panetta, all of those hawks who are really sort of at the top of this and, have been lying through their teeth to us for several years now. And then he went on to talk about how NBC and CNN were the worst of the two lying, as well as Adam Schiff. Clearly, we know that's what's been going on. And then talking about how Democrats should also encourage this as well. So that's very, very interesting. And then you time this with what Elon said just a couple days ago. Something I always admired about American legislators is that, at least historically, was that they would sometimes vote against the party line. So what he's sharing here, in my perspective, is that he's giving us a heads up that we're going to start to see a huge shift in that we're going to, I think, see some of the sleepers, some of the good people within, intelligence and the government. We're going to see them now flip publicly, and this will create the tsunami and the storm that we know is here, and that's only growing.
Yeah.
Epic content again, Soul Tribe, and we have Lance dropping it as well. I completely agree. Once I was reading a tweet, and I don't think the mainstream media has kind of covered what has happened with the Twitter files at all. And I believe that shoe is about to drop very quickly as it pertains to son of Brandon and his laptop for hell, as well as Brandon himself. Lance, you can't ignore it. They can't ignore it anymore. They really can't.
No, absolutely. And that what you just said relates perfectly to what Elon posted today as well. This little meme. He's trolling these people so hard, which is good because they've mocked us publicly, and they relied on our goodness, literally, and they abused that in different ways. and now it's time for justice and it's time for truth. And you can see what he said as well. Truth brings reconciliation.
Yeah.
We know it's coming. There's no doubt. And then he also said a couple days ago, Twitter is working on a software update that will show your true account status, so you clearly know if you've been shadow banned and the reason why and how to appeal.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, I saw that. And I know they are shadow banning Dan Bongino a lot. And basically, I think it's going to come out. And I should have asked Ishmael this, but I think Arizona, the governor race between Carrie Lake and I want to say Katie Hobbs is going to get overturned. Just in my opinion, based on the emails that have been sent to and from Katie's team. Twitter was involved with that on election day itself, as well as the disinformation that's been sent out. A lot of stuff is going to be happening, Lance and Soul Tribe.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's clear and it's good. It's good. It's time.
Like, you can't hide it anymore. You really can't. It's all out in the open. They're only trying, I mean, basically they're putting a Band-Aid on a bullet hole before, and this is just gonna, all of it's gonna be coming down like a house of cards. No pun intended.
For real.
Really. And I think that the storm, part of the meaning is that, you know, it really will be a flood. So much information that it won't be possible to keep up with all of it. Like, we'll stay up to date with the gist of everything, but all the details, there's so many details that, I mean, most people aren't even going through the Twitter files because there's just so much there and people only have so much time, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I know. Like, you could hours, days on all of that information, and then trying to comprehend it and process it and being like, why wasn't this brought out for so long?
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's your take on the I don't think we've spoken since the Supreme Court January 6th, the Brunson Supreme Court case. What is your kind of take on that subject?
I don't have really a comment right now on it. I don't know enough about it, and I just don't know.
Okay. Do you see the elections being overthrown back in 2020? And do you see that happening in the month of January, or do you see that happening sometime here in December? What's your take on that as it pertains to Brandon stepping out, exit stage left?
I think Article 25 will be invoked on Brandon.
Okay.
Probably sometime in January, February, March.
Okay.
And I think that we'll see it done all lawfully, and we'll see it done with legislators, and we'll see, you know, committees formed and all the right questions asked. They're going to show the people the truth, like they've said. And we're seeing it right now. We're being shown the truth. You can see it, but it's going to get more to the point to where the average everyday person will have no choice but to be aware that, all right, there's certain things taking place.
Right. Absolutely. I agree.
Kristen, any questions or follow-up content as it pertains to this from Lance?
Yeah, I agree. The truth will be shown. Yep. Illuminated. So it's happening.
Absolutely.
It's great. I'm excited.
Absolutely, Kristen.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, right on.
So I want to also bring some very new information and very, very important as it relates to a lot of different things, but DNA and, you know, those special message boards, they talked about pay attention to the DNA.
Yeah.
So I want to share some basic free information. One thing really quick, what people can do that really is so easy and significant, which is turning off your Wi-Fi at night if you can, / putting your phone on airplane mode. And at very minimum, if you have to have it on, that, you know, for whatever reason, sleep with that thing at least 6 feet from your head. That's the minimum. The next best is put it on airplane mode outside of the bedroom. And the best is that while turning off your Wi-Fi at night. And the reason is because there's a whole chain of events that happens physiologically with EMFs, but it induces calcium ions to flood the mitochondria and flood the cells. And so that changes the pH of the cells, which then upregulates the production of a free radical called superoxide. And this is very, very damaging, and it will actually literally damage DNA. And we know that. So something that people can do that's very basic and simple is just that: limit your Wi-Fi exposure at night if you can. And certainly don't sleep with your phone next to your head. It will make a huge difference, both short-term and long-term.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you? All right. So let's just say someone sleeps with their phone less than 6 feet, whether they fall asleep with it in their bed or not. Will that? I mean, it's from what you're saying, it's going to impact their DNA negatively. Will it hurt with their sleep patterns? Do you think? What were your other thoughts as it pertains? Maybe so the Soul Tribe can kind of maybe understand it on it, maybe a little bit more of a simplistic layman's terms.
Yeah, definitely. It will interrupt sleep because the brain is electromagnetic. You know, it's just operating off of electricity and frequencies, and Wi-Fi is vibrating at a certain frequency. And so your brain actually entrains to that frequency, and, you know, it will mess with your natural rhythms of, you know, getting down into delta. That's where you want to get to, the delta brain waves.
Right.
Right now we're, you know, probably in alpha, beta, and then as we get more tired, we'll slip down into theta, and then down into delta. And delta is where we have deep repair, restorative, healing sleep.
Absolutely. Lance, do you have any suggestions for EMF protectors?
There's so many different companies out there. You know, I actually had a company doing this. I believe in the technology, and I'll say that it just really depends on the person's situation, how strong it is, where they're at, what kind of protection they actually need. So there's a lot of companies. I don't really even want to go into it at the moment.
Okay.
But a lot of companies out there are selling really good products.
There it is. No, I completely agree as it pertains to turning off the Wi-Fi and the frequency. I was just having this conversation today, and I know Madre had a episode, let's just say, where her phone was zapping, Lance. It was literally zapping, and it woke her up, and she thought her phone was going to blow up. She had to get a new phone.
She really did.
Imagine if the phone was next to her head.
Yeah. It still does. The new one does weird things, Jason. Yep. She covers it with a towel, and it's like way far away from her, opposite side of the room.
That's crazy.
Pretty funny, but then again, it's not because it's real. Yeah.
Absolutely, it's real.
An ironic but truthful answer is that tin foil / aluminum foil would actually work.
Oh.
Some crazy stories. Something I can share later on, but that stuff actually will block certain frequencies.
Okay.
That's the ironic part.
That is. Wow.
Yeah. Not to say that you really literally want to do that, but it does actually help.
Okay. Actually start doing that.
That's cool. Never heard that before. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Lance, in your opinion, or let's just say hypothetically speaking, Lance Shuttler, what time do you turn off your phone before you go to bed?
It depends on the night.
It depends on the night. I love it. I love it, Lance. I love it.
Yeah. I'll just say that depends on the night.
An hour before bed. Would you disagree with me if I, which I do not use my phone 1 hour prior to going to sleep? Would that be something that would benefit me while I go to sleep? Or
yeah, absolutely, Jason.
All right, there it is, Soul Tribe. Take it for what it's worth, but that's what I do. Kristen, what about you?
I am going to do that. Yep. I'm usually writing back the Soul Tribe, so yes, I will have to, set some boundaries for bedtime. Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on the night. I love it, Lance.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Yeah.
Lance, what else do you have for our Soul Tribe this evening? I might have a question. I know you're into crypto or digital assets, and we're going to talk about this before the night ends. But anywhere you want to go, Lance, I'm game for it.
Okay, awesome. So I've got really, really important, truly important information nutritionally as it relates to literally all of life on this planet. Okay, and this is new information that I'm sharing. And it's very, very incredible. It relates to the shikimic acid and the pine needles. But before I get to that, I want to share something that's also so incredible and exciting to talk about, which is, okay, the algae oil DHA. And there's a lot of people who know Zane Sampson. He's a friend and he works with me at Ascent Nutrition. And he just recently had an eye test, okay? And he went to his eye doctor, and he's okay with this information being shared. He went to his eye doctor just to get a checkup, and then the doctor asked if he wanted to get his omegas tested in his eyes, and so Zayden said, "Yeah, sure, let's do it," because he's been taking the algae oil for about a year now, and he said, and this is truthful information. Zane is a very honest man. That his doctor told him that his doctor has never seen more saturated, perfectly symmetrical cones in a person's eyes. His eyes are literally perfect in terms of the fatty acid content and how they look, the rods and the cones. So I'll share something here.
Wow.
That kind of describes that. So you can see right here, as we've talked about in the past, the rods and the cones in the eyes are actually heavily dependent on DHA. Okay. So when you take DHA and other omegas over time, it saturates in these rods and cones in the eyes, and then also in the neurons in the brain. So he's been taking this stuff for, several months now, coming up on a year. And this is the result that he got. And, his information is truly mind-blowing. Like he also eats a good diet, but Zane fully credits this to the algae oil DHA, which is amazing. It's something that it's not surprising, but it's so amazing to hear it because it's actually happening, and it's happening to a good friend and someone who works in the company. So I wanted to share that because it's truly incredible. So people who are looking for vision support, eye health, brain health, memory, focus, cognition, as always, algae oil DHA, number one.
Yeah, it's a miracle. Seriously, everything that it can do and support. It's crazy. I'm really blown away by it, for sure.
I really am as well. And it's funny that you say that, Lance. About like before even taking the algae, I was like, man, my eyes are going bad. I'm going to have to wear glasses because I can't do the contacts. I have since been taking the algae for about 4 months now, maybe even a little longer, maybe 5 months now. I'm able, and I'm on the computer a lot, Lance, just due to work and reading content and reading reports for work and literature. Like I read a lot, and I was having to squint and read so much where my eyes, man, the lines on the page are getting blurry. Not anymore, Lance. I haven't complained once about my eyes.
That's great.
Amazing, Jason. That's so cool. And there's a very, very good friend who's also shared very similar information on how the algae's helped her eyes. So it's really, really beautiful and just amazing that it can do such things. So I want to share a little bit more on this as well. Yes. New information that I haven't shared about the algae, some previous stuff, but then I'm going to talk, just as it plays into a bigger story. So this abstract is from a paper from that study we've talked about in the past on the quantum aspects of DHA. So basically 600 million years ago, the fossil record displays the sudden appearance of intracellular detail in the 32 phyla. The Cambrian explosion marks the onset of Dominic aerobic life, And while amino acids could be synthesized over 4 billion years ago, only oxidative metabolism allows for the synthesis of highly saturated fatty acids like DHA and EPA, thus providing novel lipid molecular species for specialized cell membranes. Okay, so what that means is really just kind of going back here, where the DHA incorporates into the neurons and into the rods and the cones in the eyes, as in this example, in that the brain and the body has been built for DHA and these fatty acids to go in there. Okay, so they're an actual structural component of this. And tying into this too, which is the new information that I want to talk about, is how DHA and the electrons, the pi electrons, this is like the quantum aspect of this, ties into memory and memory formation. So I'm just going to read a couple things, and then I'll just talk about it more generally so people can have an overview of it. But synaptic membranes, so the membranes around cells have been shown to actively incorporate DHA with high degree of selectivity. During a learning process, the biomagnification will increase the proportion membrane DHA with two consequential neuronal and synaptic enhancements. DHA-induced gene expression, so this ties into the DNA and other things that we've talked about as well, results in enhanced protein synthesis, the increased density of pi electrons, which could provide memory blocks and provide the preferential flow of a current in neuronal pathways. So basically what they're saying here is it's the amount of pi electrons that are being facilitated by DHA that are actually forming memory blocks in the brain. So this is, one proposal of how DHA helps memory, focus, mental clarity, and just the whole functioning of the brain and nervous system. Really crazy stuff. We could go a lot deeper into it, but we'll stop at that point with it. But DHA does influence gene expression. We know that. It's doing this, like we've talked about through the telomeres. The tips of chromosomes are laced with telomeres, and I'm going to show this here.
Yeah.
And these telomeres, actually, the health of them can be supported by DHA. So there's a study showing that the length of the telomeres and the longevity of them are directly proportional to the amount of DHA a person's getting. And we know that telomeres is like, the euthine concept as it relates to DNA and, the functioning of it.
Absolutely, Lance. And it's been said before that the DHA, in a lot of people's opinion, is more important than the DNA itself. DHA is more greater than the DNA. I have been taking the scent products as it pertains to the algae, and I've taken the other products as well, and I could speak about all of them and how they have helped me.
Yeah.
Prior to taking the algae, I was having massive migraines to the point where I had to get my front windshield tinted because of the sun. I'm just saying, I was getting migraines. I didn't want to go to the doctors. I didn't want to get like a CT scan. I didn't want to do any of that. I was taking so many like Aleve or Tylenol. I know it was bad, but how can I work and function with a migraine?
Yeah.
Taking the algae, and I stopped taking the Tylenol. I stopped taking the Aleve. Since I've been taking the algae, I have not taken one Aleve or Advil or Tylenol to help with my migraines, and I haven't had one migraine since taking the products. And I could say for five months, not one migraine. I could speak volumes for the algae and how it's helped me, not only with my brain function and my memory, but also with the different neural pathways and different ways that I could think and have introspection and perspective of others' opinions or views. Number one for me is that algae and the migraines. It's able to make me function in a more efficient manner. Lance, epic.
Yes. Thanks, Jason. That's amazing. So, that's just part of the new information that I wanted to share. There's more, and it relates to the shikimic acid. This is the stuff that I really wanted to bring forth in a big way. because of how important it is, and it relates to glyphosate and pesticides and really the continuation of life. So what is the shikimic acid pathway and why should you care? So it relates to glyphosate like we've talked about, but back over 135 years ago, shikimic acid, this pathway was discovered, and it's a biochemical process that takes place in all plants and certain bacteria. And it's a 7-step metabolic pathway used by bacteria, archaea, fungi, algae, some protozoans, and plants for the biosynthesis of folates and aromatic amino acids. Okay, so we have 100 trillion different bacterial cells within us, and all of them are reliant upon this pathway of the shikimic acid. And when that's broken by glyphosate, because glyphosate mimics it and it shuts down the shikimic acid pathway, it shuts down that life process. So this is why, you guys, what Monsanto has done specifically, but of course many other pesticides with, like glyphosate, it's been an attack on not just humanity, but life itself in so many different ways. So it shuts down that pathway. But where this goes then is we can actually turn this back on in different ways, namely by getting shikimic acid in the diet. So though your textbook is like your nutritional textbook is not going to say that shikimic acid is a nutrient that we have to get in the diet, it could certainly be argued because of this information that it is something that we really should be getting in the diet, given what the toxicity levels are like, in the foods, with the coffee, things like this. So we'll talk about the coffee aspect here in a little bit, but glyphosate is that herbicide. It's known as an antibiotic. So that's what its role is to do, is to kill bacteria. It kills both good and bad bacteria. But again, when that happens, it's shutting down the shikimic acid pathway. So this shikimic acid pathway is involved in a lot of different the production of different molecules like serotonin, melatonin, melanin, epinephrine, dopamine, thyroid hormone, folate, and CoQ10. So this is why this is so important. And, it ties then in directly to the pine needles and the fact that pine needles, think about how many pines there are in this world and the abundance of them. Nature has provided the abundance of the shikimic acid because shikimic acid is the most prevalent compound within pine needles, specifically the white pines that we have. And so I really view this as a beautiful symbolism in that nature provides an abundance of something that really we all quote unquote need at this time, or really can benefit from at this time, I should say, because of how toxic the environment has been. And because we're literally then turning back on this 7-step biological pathway to life. And this is really like how huge this is, like why I wanted to bring this forth, that it's not just, we're talking about supplements, we're, sitting here selling things. This is about information that is very important to the life process itself for so many different organisms on this planet.
Absolutely, Lance. Dropping the hot content, not only the current events and geopolitical news, but also with the nutrition.
Yes.
I love it. Our Soul Tribe is loving it too, Lance. They love it. Every time that you come on, you are so knowledgeable on a variety of different issues, but especially with this nutrition, Lance, and you explain it in a way that we can understand it and how it does help us. We don't have time to read all these articles, Lance, but you come on here and you drop the hot content and you summarize and you relate it to us, and we love it.
Yeah. Thank you, Jason. And, as it relates to the coffee, you guys, what we've done is no pesticides. So we're not spraying it with glyphosate or any other pesticide. And then we also ensure that it's mold and mycotoxin free. We show that COA right here, all for the public to see. We got plenty of coffee in stock. I know that people love it. We appreciate that. And, you know, it's something that does very well for us.
Absolutely.
It was the best, for sure.
Yeah, Kristen, what is your take on the coffee? I know you're the big
You know,
coffee
I
drinking
love
guy.
the coffee. Yeah, I got to get more.
Guys,
Yeah,
when it comes to the coffee, I previously, before drinking the Ascent Nutrition coffee, I've had to put a lot of like cream, or like before I was on this channel, sweet and low. I don't do any of that anymore. All I do is put a little bit of stevia and I drink it black. I've never been able to drink black coffee in my life until Ascent Nutrition. It tastes so pure and smooth, and you could tell a huge difference as it relates to the taste of the coffee. You could actually taste the difference, and it's just so smooth. Lance, your coffee is amazing.
Thank you. And thank you.
Yes. Yeah, and I put the pine needle extract in there. So those of you that didn't know that, try it out. It's great. Yep.
Definitely. And that's what you can do to really biohack and neurohack the coffee. You know, you're taking coffee for the spike in energy and focus and attention and just how it makes you feel. And you can truly supercharge that in multiple ways. One being the algae, two being the hemp. A lot of people literally combine those two in. The pine needle extract, absolutely, especially with that new information. You know, it is something that's so beneficial for us as humans. We share some of our DNA in common with pine trees. So that's just another correlation as to us being literally symbiotically designed and created in God's image of we benefit from the natural world around us, and we can benefit the natural world too by our actions.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I'm finding there's a lot of different things I can put the pine needle extract in. Because, you know, I'm trying to get away from that stevia. Because, Jason, you drink that too. You know, things with a little bit of stevia in it. There's new reports that it's not that great. So switch to the pine needle.
What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I have a sweet tooth.
Hey, just saying. More pine needle, it'll sweeten it up.
I'll try it with the pine needle.
Yeah, telling you.
I've given up a lot of sugar. I have cut back on my sugar immensely. I've cut out the stevia. I have cut out the sweet and low. I've cut out whatever, you know, the artificial sweeteners. I'm taking it one day at a time, 1 month at a time. Let me enjoy my coffee with some stevia. That's all I'm saying. Let me enjoy it with some stevia. I'll put some pine needle extract in there. Let me try it. I haven't done it yet, and I'll report back to the Soul Tribe.
You gotta try it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something else people can add in is monk fruit. If they don't like stevia, you can add in monk fruit as a sweetener as well.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a truly clean one.
So is monk fruit, let's just say if it's organic monk fruit, is that better than stevia?
I wouldn't compare them because if they're both natural substances and they just both act in different ways. It's really a preference of taste. Some people like the stevia, some people don't like stevia, some people like monk fruit, some don't. It is very sweet. I really like it. I don't mind stevia at all, personally. I like monk fruit a little bit better taste wise, but you know, they're both, in my opinion, definitely fine. Monk fruit, they call it monk fruit because it actually allegedly has some spiritual benefits. And, you know, they said because the monks would actually eat the fruit for the spiritual benefits.
Wow. We got to get some monk fruit now.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that. That is cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Lecanto is the brand. That's a very good one. Yes. And cinnamon too. So that's a great point. Someone just said cinnamon, and I'd like to touch on that because what you can do is add in cinnamon to the coffee if you would like. And what we just launched is this organic Ceylon cinnamon. So this is what you call, quote unquote, nature's true cinnamon. We've got an organic form of it as well. And so what you can do is you can just take the capsule, break it open, and then dump in a capsule or two with the coffee if you like cinnamon. Also, people commonly know that cinnamon's great for blood sugar support, energy, metabolism, brain health as well. It acts in the brain in some very interesting ways. I won't spend time on it tonight, but it upregulates some growth factors that are extremely unique. And it's just Ceylon cinnamon that's doing this. And it's also helping to support a healthy insulin response, as it relates to the utilization of sugar.
Wow. That is so cool.
I have read that, and a lot of diabetics or people that suffer from diabetes take cinnamon, and it has a lot to do with the blood. I'm gonna have to look into that cinnamon, Lance.
Yeah, definitely. And people looking to support healthy blood sugar, healthy insulin levels, things like that. A powerful combination is the organic Ceylon cinnamon that we've got, the berberine. That's another thing. They call that the master metabolic switch. We talked about that a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
The cinnamon, the berberine, of course, the algae oil DHA. It's helping the body in infinite numbers of ways. And then the humic and fulvic acid as well. That's a powerful combination of 4 different things that someone can do if they're looking to support healthy insulin levels, healthy inflammatory response, healthy cardiovascular system, things like that.
I love it, Lance. Yeah. Soul Tribe is absolutely loving it too. They're making me feel very guilty about drinking and taking stevia.
Really?
I have done an amazing job. I go from before being part of the Soul Tribe, I went from sugar to the bad sweet low to now I thought I was doing an amazing job with the stevia. Apparently not. Apparently the stevia is a contraceptive used by the ancients, Kristen. I had no idea.
I had no
idea. All I know is there's no problem in that area due to the pine pollen powder. That's all I know. The pine pollen powder supersedes any negative effects of stevia 1,000%.
There you go.
It looks like I'm gonna have to maybe switch over to monk fruit.
I think the monk fruit. We got to try that. And yeah, I only brought up the stevia because the Queen of Ravens had, she did a little episode on that. So very informative. But we'll go to the monk fruit, pine needle, into the coffee. It's gonna be awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, the Soul Tribe is really got on. They're looking out for me. That's all they're doing is looking out for the host of Arcana Shores as it pertains to the stevia. So I'll have to do my research, and I will switch over to monk fruit. I'll take their word for it. Lance, any kind of specials going on? I'm seeing a few questions regarding the Ascent Nutrition products. Any kind of coupon codes or anything going on with Ascent Nutrition?
Okay, so right now we're on day 12 of 12 of the 12 days of Christmas and 12 days of Ascent. So what this means is anyone who has placed an order over the past 12 days, but also anyone who places an order right now, even if you've placed an order in the past 12 days, every order is an entry into a contest that we're doing, and we're going to choose the winner here in a couple days and then let people know. You enter automatically into a contest where you can win 12 free products for the next year, okay? 12 free Ascent Nutrition products, and we're going to send out one of each of the 11 new ones, and then also a special one added as well as the 12. So every order that's placed through the night tonight is an additional entry into this contest where you can win 12 free products for the whole year.
Wow. See, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Do it, Soul Tribe. Do it.
Guys, go ahead and use the links in the description of this video. Or also, Kristen is dropping the links to the Ascent Nutrition into the chat. Go ahead and just click on those links that Kristen is sharing, and it'll bring you right to the page where you guys need to. Lance, man, dropping hot content. What else do you have for us?
We can choose peace at any time. There is, as we know, like literally no such thing as time. We are, of course, in this third dimensional world where we do measure time, but it is just a concept. And whether, you know, we want to choose it now or sometime down the road, we can choose peace always. And that's just a message that I want to put out, because, you know, there might be other messages out there of that's not the case, but we have the power in every moment, now, tomorrow, next year, 10 years from now, to choose peace. And we can do that consciously. And we are the creators of our own reality, and we are the creators of that in our reality.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Beautifully said, Lance.
Yeah, great message for sure. We all needed to hear that one. Yeah. Thank you.
Especially when the big news is about to be dropping, Lance.
Exactly.
All this news, all of it.
Yeah, it's so exciting. You know, I think Julian Assange is going to be coming back out, and he's a Leo, and he is absolutely going to roar, and he's going to tell the truth.
Yeah.
And, you know, people are going to see people who were encouraging him to be, you know, prosecuted and, yeah, you know, stay in prison or whatever. They're going to see what they were trying to suppress. I mean, he went into the belly of the beast and revealed the darkest of the dark.
Yep.
And it's going to be a glorious sight.
Absolutely.
1000%.
It's going to be biblical. It's going to be biblical. And the light prevails always.
No.
Man, Lance,
Yeah.
it's crazy. I do want to share with the Soul Tribe a little bit about my sickness, and it had me down for a good 10 days, Lance. It had me get down for a good 10 days. I was vomiting. I was hacking up mucus daily. I couldn't sleep during the night because of my cough. I think I had bronchitis. Like, I was a mess, and it was an absolute disaster. It took my voice away. It was severe. Like, I had a fever, everything. Typically before, I would have to take like painkillers when it came to whether it's over-the-counter medication with the Tylenol to get the fever down, whatever, whatnot. This time, I was like, I am not going to be taking any over-the-counter medication because, one, it's not even on the shelf. And I was kind of shocked, like, it's not even on the shelf. Even the children's over-the-counter medication, like the Tylenol or ibuprofen, that is also very hard to find as well. So what I did was the hemp. The hemp absolutely was a lifesaver for me. I was coughing so much, Lance. I was vomiting so much. And I know this could be a little graphic for our Soul Tribe, but I can only tell it how it is. I'm giving it to you guys straight.
Give it to us straight.
I was vomiting for almost 2 days straight. I wasn't able to keep anything in. Severely dehydrated, coughing still. I had bruises on my back under my shoulder blades because of the coughing. I did not take one Tylenol, one Advil, one over-the-counter medication to get over this. The hemp. The hemp was like the natural painkiller. I was taking more than just one or two. Lance, I was taking like 4 to 6 doses a day because I had to get through it. The hemp absolutely saved my time, and it did heal me. The fulvic and humic acid, I was taking steam baths, and I was taking it orally. However, when I was vomiting, all of it was coming out. Like, I wasn't able to even keep in any water. So what I did was I took a humic and fulvic acid bath, and I also put it into my hair and kind of let it kind of sit in that way while I was in my steam bath for about 30 days. I mean, 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like 30 minutes. And then taking the algae, of course, that was also a game changer when it came by. I do have to speak very highly of the hemp. The hemp made me, 1, go to sleep, 2, relax me, and 3, I didn't take any over-the-counter medication to get through this. I was drinking teas. I was using honey. I had some cough drops. I used cough drops, but anything else than that, the hemp, in my opinion, what it did to me during this time was take away any sort of pain, whether it be from the head pounding, whether it be from the bruises on my back from coughing and and like my ribs. Like I was a complete mess for like 10 days. The hemp and the fulvic and humic acid, complete game changers that really helped me. I didn't take one over-the-counter medication.
Good job.
Yeah.
That's so awesome, Jason. Thank you for sharing all of that. That's incredible.
Yeah, I did take the humic and fulvic acid. I put 3 capsules in the bath, and there were times where I took 2 baths a day. So nice. I did have to use quite a bit, but I was desperate. And then as, you know, the times I was able to go back down to the 2 pills a day. But I was basically doubling the dosage on everything.
That's amazing, Jason. And, you know, I'll explain how that's happening in the body so people can kind of put the two together. So your body was then being saturated with the different terpenes and all the different cannabinoids from that hemp. There's 120 plus. So CBD is in there, but not just CBD. It's 120 plus other cannabinoids. And it was binding to the CB1 and CB2 receptors, which I've shown the photo. I don't have it ready at the moment, but all the different organs in the body are tied to these 2 different receptors, or the receptors are in and on sites of these organs and in the different spots in the body, where when they get activated by these cannabinoids, it influences us physiologically in like massive cascading ways. So it's, again, awesome to hear that. And like, you know, not surprising given that you're taking a good amount of it. Yeah. Your body was just getting flooded with it, and it was doing just that. And so it's beautiful to hear that you actually felt it, because again, that's what we're trying to do, is people actually feeling the effects of what they're buying and putting in their body.
Absolutely. And like I said, that hemp was an absolute game changer. And then the humic and fulvic acid, I know, helped me as well get on that path of recovery, because I had absolutely no energy and I was in pain. And as I was refusing, because how could I come on here as a truther and say, oh, I'm taking all these over-the-counter medications, I'm doing but then like, how can I do that? I can't. And I was like, you know what? I'm sick. Let's just effing do it. I'll do it live. I'm going to do it. And let's just see where it goes. I'll be a test kid. I'll be a guinea pig for Lance. You know, I'll do what. It worked. It worked. And I feel so good coming from it. I do have more energy. So I believe the humic and fulvic acid, while I was detoxing and throwing up and vomiting, I believe that humic and fulvic acid was also getting rid of that mucus and whatever else was inside my system at the time. And I feel great. Yeah. You're stronger now too. So keep it up so you don't get sick again, you know? Right. Yeah. There it is, Soul Tribe. Maybe a little TMI, but I had to share it with you guys. These products at Nutrition that Lance is speaking of is, I can only speak for myself. They are absolutely game changers, and they've helped me when I'm healthy and then also when I was sick.
Amazing, Jason. Thank you, Kristen. And we've got new products coming very shortly. And more news to share also very soon. It's going to be incredibly exciting, and people will love what's coming. Yeah, very exciting.
We love it, Lance. The Soul Tribe is absolutely loving it too. Lance, any kind of closing words for the Soul Tribe? I know you will be back here with us next Sunday, as always. Lance, love and light from me to you, brother. And your products keep the hot intel coming with the truther stuff, but also with the new products as well, Lance. So love and light from me to you.
Thank you, Jason. Love and light right back to you.
Yes. Kristen, any closing words for Lance as he departs the Arcana show?
Yes, it was an awesome segment here with you, and all the information. We always learn so much, but I think tonight was really epic. So great information for sure.
Thank you, Kristen. Thank you for having me. I love being here with both of you. Love you both. Love everyone in the Soul Tribe. Love everyone watching. You know, there's a lot of amazing people watching right now.
Yes.
So thank you to everyone. And let's have an amazing week, because it really is only getting better, and it's just going to keep getting better. And let's keep focusing on that.
Yeah. Stay positive. Yep. Soul Tribe, it's going to be exciting. Get ready.
Yeah. Buckle up. Things are about to get bumpy, but in a good way. We love it.
Yeah.
Because the Dark Deep Cult is about to tumble like a domino. We love it, Lance.
Yeah.
Lance, until next Sunday, love and light from me to you, brother.
Love you guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Kristen, we just had Lance Shuttler on. And yes, Dennis, the King of Cups. Bromance number 2. Check.
Oh, check. Yep. It just happened.
It just happened.
Thanks for keeping the chat lively and entertaining, Dennis and our Soul Tribe. You guys do a fantastic job. We had 2 big guests on today. First, the first hour with Ismael Perez, and then Lance Shuttler, the Knight of Cups, leading us just now. Kristen, like I said, he brings the love and the light to the Soul Tribe, and we love it.
Yeah, he always does.
Yes.
Awesome.
Right, let me get to some of these super stickers, Kristen. Trump Sandbox. They've been
Sandbox.
Yeah, they are so generous, giving left and right to our Soul Tribe. We love it. Thank you so much, Trump Sandbox. Not just once, but twice. Another question for the Soul Tribe members. We didn't see any questions attached to these super chats, Trump Sandbox, but they did it again. They did 3, Kristen. Trump Sandbox, so generous, so giving during this Christmas season. Thank you so much. As well as Mario Willard. Mario Willard, love and light from the Wonder Twins and the Soul Tribe to you. Thank you so much. We also have Danola Machado. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Love and light to you, Danola. We have Kim Kelly. Kim Kelly, thank you so much for the super sticker. Love and light to you. And as always, I mean, we've been activated for about 2 hours now, Kristen. But of course, Dennis, the King of Cups, the Angelic Wonder Twins activate. Yes, we were activated. Thank you so much, Dennis, for the super sticker. Love and light to you as always. 5D Silver Truth, thank you so much for the super sticker, Craig. Love and light to you, as well as to Vicky Coast. Vicky, thank you so much for the super sticker. Kristen, apparently they're trying to send Craig back to the loony bin.
No, I heard that. I've been praying for him, but yeah, crazy, right? He's a truther, guys, and his family.
His family is trying to send him back, but Craig, love and light from us to you. Thank you so much. Kristen, it looks like Terry Mills. Terry Mills says, would like to know more about Honey C. Golden. She gives a lot of good intel. Please do a reading. Kristen, do you want to do a little general reading here for Terry as it pertains to Honey C. Golden? Apparently, she's another truther giving a lot of good intel. What kind of cards does or do you have for the Soul Tribe regarding Honey C. Golden?
Let's check it out. Yeah, let's see. Page of Wands, the Emperor, 3 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. So, you know what? I feel that she's legit. You know, she's legit, her intel. So, looking good. I don't feel any negative vibes. She's also got the Emperor and the Page of Wands. So, that's really, it's a high vibration, and it's positive. It's nice. I like it. But, you know, we all make our predictions. We're not all 1,000% all the time. So, yeah, I also feel that, too, because nobody's perfect. But, yeah, her intel's good.
All right. There it is. Good cards for Honey C. Golden. We love it. We love it, Soul Tribe. Just be discerning with anything and everything that you take in.
Exactly. Yeah.
We love it. Thank you so much. We have Anthony Liu. Anthony, thank you so much for the super sticker. Love and light to you, Anthony Liu. And moments away from hot content. Trump
audit every state. The light does not fear the darkness. Being a celebrity isn't cool anymore. 17Q Ranches, you were dropping a lot of great gematria in the tribe all day today. So you're doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much. 17Q Ranches, fantastic.
Yes. Jason, before we go further, because I see a lot of our Soul Tribe in the chat, they're asking for a coupon code. No, just use the Ascent link that I posted in the chat. It's also pinned to the top. But there will be a discount for those of you that do order from Ascent. You will get a discount with a reading from myself. You just have to email me and show proof of purchase, and I'll give you a discount. Yes. So that was the special I was going to announce today for Sunday. But since you guys were already saying, is there a coupon code? There isn't. So if you order Ascent, you will get a discounted personal reading by myself. Just want to throw that out there.
We love it, Kristen. We love it. All right.
Yes.
So this is what I want to do. Here's one for Golden Rose, Kristen. 12/18 is the last day of the World Cup. 1 week ago from today, 1 week.
That's right.
12/18, the last day of the World Cup in Brazil. Will Nasara be announced on 12/18, Kristen? Yes or no?
Here we go. That's a great question. So let's see. Let's hope that these cards are accurate. Here we go. Will Nasara be announced on 12/18? Here we go. The Hierophant in reverse. Darn it. It's a no. But it's a good, these are great cards. So we got the Hierophant in reverse. That is a no. But we do have the Magician, which is manifestations. And then we have the Two of Cups. So that's good collaborations. I do feel with that Two of Cups that it is coming towards us. I feel like it's in preparation. The announcement. I don't think we're far away from it. But the answer was a no for the 18th.
All right, there it is. Okay, so we will have to wait and see when it comes to the Nasara Jasara, but
good things are going to be happening, Soul Tribe. Not to worry. We stay together. Yes. Everything is going to be okay. The light wins. The light prevails.
Kristen, tomorrow is 12/12.
It is.
Is there a 12/12 portal tomorrow?
Ooh, let's. I think there is actually. I don't have to pull cards or anything.
So,
feel it. Yeah.
Can you pull cards for the Soul Tribe? I know we just came out of a new moon. The new moon is in Sagittarius. No? What is it?
The full, you're good. It's a full moon of Gemini.
So that's where it is in right now?
Yeah.
We're just in Sagittarius season.
Yes, so you are right. Yes. But the full moon was a Gemini full moon. So yeah, it's very revealing. Yeah, all truth comes to the light and we get to see it. We get to see true colors of individuals as well in the world and in your personal lives. Yeah, it's pretty epic. I like it.
Okay, so let's pull cards for tomorrow as it pertains to 12/12 and the 12/12 portal. What kind of message can you give our Soul Tribe, Kristen, for the 12/12 date tomorrow? 12/12/2022.
That is pretty cool. Yeah, I like it.
And I'm just saying, if you add 12 and 12, it equals 24. Well, what's 20 and 22? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. See, you've always been good at stuff like that. Yeah, let's see what the cards are going to show. No way. Judgment and the 10 of Pentacles. So
do it, Supreme Court, do it.
Yeah, this is some type of announcement possibly, or something will come out. Maybe it'll be some type of tweet. So something hot is going to come out. And then with the 10 of Pentacles, now Pentacles can be financial. So maybe something with the financial system. We may hear something tomorrow. It's very likely. Looking at these cards, don't hold me to it. Just looking at the cards. We got the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands. So someone of importance will be, it's going to be about someone that's not so good, the announcement, I feel. But whoever releases this information is someone very good.
Do it 45. Do it
Exactly.
19. Do it 19.
Could it be 45?
I love it.
Yeah, it could be. You never know.
Anything more for the Soul Tribe, Kristen, as it pertains to
12. I do feel it's a portal. I do. 4 of Wands. We also have the Lover's card, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a change that is coming with that Wheel of Fortune. It's also financial, like I just saw in the other one. So portal, yes, but now it's getting back into some type of message that could be coming out. And I do think it's about the financial.
Ooh,
We'll have to see.
I love it.
Yeah.
Let's do a poll, Kristen.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I did want to get into some digital asset news. Okay. And not a lot of people know about this, but a lot of things came out with the FTX. The crypto market basically took a plunge. Let's just call it for what it is. Okay. Now, Tether, Kristen, we've been talking about Tether. Okay. Tether is we'll call it a stable coin that you would put in like US dollars, or you would put in whatever currency you have, and you would store in Tether. Now, Tether, the company, says that for every dollar they have 1 Tether. Okay, so it stays the same. You're out of US dollars and you're in Tether, which is a stable coin.
Yeah.
Tether, I want to say the last time that I saw, Kristen, it was like at $70 billion that Tether has. Okay. Now, there has been a lot of speculation that Tether, not financial advice, does not have dollar for dollar 1 Tether for every dollar. Okay. If Tether goes down, Kristen, it's the number 3 crypto, we'll just call it asset, in terms of market cap. Right now, it's at 60. Let's call it $66 billion. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
$66 billion.
Is Tether the digital asset about to tank and bring down the cryptocurrency digital asset market with it, Kristen? Yes or no?
Here we go. The moment of truth. 9 of Pentacles. That is a yes, Jason. A big yes.
Say it one more time, Kristen. Maybe our soul tribe was sleeping. What happened?
Well, the 9 of Pentacles is a huge yes. It's huge, actually. For real. So, Jason, it's happening. According to the cards, it's going to happen.
Can you give us a date, Kristen? Is it going to happen this week?
Let's see. Will it happen this week? Here we go.
Will Tether be exposed this week?
Well, we have the Knight of Cups. We should have asked him. But yes, that's a yes. For real. Jason, you're on fire. You got the Knight of Cups.
The 9 of Cups?
And the Knight of Cups, which is really cool. This is good news coming.
All right, there it is, Soul Tribe. We are definitely in for a bumpy ride as it comes to financials, not only with the stock market, but if Tether goes down, the market is going to absolutely it's going to be a bloodbath out there when it comes to the digital assets. Will it last forever? No. However, if Tether goes down, I am saying, this is not financial advice. I am saying, and a lot of other people are saying too, that it is going to bring down the market with it as well. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I think it's true.
But we've been expecting it.
Yes.
All right, Kristen. Let me go ahead and share the Twin Flame Ascension Oracle Deck Angel card. Okay. And then let me share this. And then what we will do is we'll end the show here. We'll give some advice, and then we'll go ahead and we'll close out the show. Sound good?
Sounds great, buddy. Yeah.
Right. The Ascension Oracle Deck, the Twin Flame, the card is Feminine Twin 6/6, activating the higher self. Okay, so
that's pretty cool.
Go ahead and read. Your twin flame ascension quest is directing you inward to heal your inner feminine energy so that you could come into harmonic balance with your inner masculine energy. Generally, if you are the feminine twin flame, this means that you need to let go of control and stop being the fixer of everyone and everything. The energy creates resentment, causes you to build walls of protection, and produces feelings of being taken advantage of. Focus on healing your feminine side in order to activate your higher self. Let go of conditions and learn to love without expectations. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Have more respect for your feelings and set loving boundaries versus brick walls.
Yeah.
Letting go of the need for protection will open your heart to receive and allow abundance into your life. This card suggests that you express yourself without the fear of what others think. Focus on your communication skills and start speaking from your heart. Ask for assistance when needed and allow others to support you. Keep an open heart and embody your higher self, wisdom, so that you can not only love, but also allow yourself to be loved.
Wow, that's really beautiful.
Yeah, these cards are absolutely epic, Soul Tribe. I think you guys could just Google them and you'll be able to find them. It's the Twin Flame Ascension Take Me Home Oracle deck. Absolutely beautiful cards, Kristen.
And I really like that you do that. I think it's cute. You know, you got your cards and you share a nice message with us. It's sweet. Good job.
Of course, I could never do the tarot, but I do like the. No, I don't. That's not my gift. That's your gift.
But
I'm at peace with that. I'm at peace with it. And the Twin Flame, I like the Oracle deck. I love the advice. It does allow me to grow and to introspect and to ascend. That's the whole point, is to ascend. So these cards absolutely are epic. I love them. Kristen.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
Okay, Soul Tribe, we just had an epic show. We had Ishmael on for the first hour. Absolutely hot content dropped by Ishmael. Second hour, we had Lance.
We did.
Dropping the hot content, not just with nutrition, but also with truther information.
Yeah, very good truther.
And our Soul Tribe loved it.
Yeah, they did.
And then Kristen, of course, we had the Wonder Twins.
We had Jason. Yeah, you dropped it like it was hot too. Yeah,
I'm being called out here. Yeah, I know. We are dropping it how it's hot. We have the Amber Keonis. Love you guys. Just noticed you were live. So yes, we were live at 4:00 Pacific this time.
Yeah.
Trump Sandbox is saying no. Do the question from the Soul Tribe. What's the question?
I don't know. Maybe just maybe Trump Sandbox means to pick a random question out of the chat. Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think if I'm wrong, just say no.
All right, Soul Tribe. Here's your chance. We're going to end the show with a random question from the Soul Tribe, thanks to Trump Sandbox.
Yeah.
Trump Sandbox. All right, there it is. What
question? You're missing questions from Trump. I don't see the questions from Trump Sandbox. Trump Sandbox says yes. All right, Trump Sandbox. Soul Tribe.
Soul Tribe.
Throw out a random question. Throw out a random question. We're going to go ahead and end the show with a random question from the Soul Tribe.
Yeah. Do it, Soul Tribe. Do it.
This one keeps on getting brought up, and someone's trying to get my attention. So let's just go ahead and go there. Do a reading on Celine Dion with what's going on, Kristen, with Celine Dion.
Well, I didn't have to, but it's juicy. Wow. Well, this is her. Yep, Devil card. Okay. We all know what she's done, which is very bad, right? So basically, I'm trying to be cool about how I say it because I gotta,
It's entertainment purposes only, of course. But
not really, yeah. So see how the 4 swords guy is there, right? that's where this version of her is going to end up like that, because she can no longer get the punch. She can't drink the punch anymore. So, I mean, honestly, she's going down, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that's what's coming through right away. Devil card 2. We know how bad she is.
Right.
So everybody light your sage.
Yeah, Kristen, you had pulled cards on Celine when we were doing earlier shows, and
Yep.
she's a
She's one of the
reptilian, and she's a high priestess.
Right. Yeah, one of the leaders up there with Barbara Walters. Yep.
Wow.
Seriously. Not good. Not good.
Yeah, absolutely. She is an andro poster child, 1000%.
Yeah. Yeah. Scary, right? She's always been so scary.
Kristen, here's another question. It's from Teresa. She wanted to know if all sports are rigged. We do have the World Cup going on right now, Kristen. Is the World Cup rigged as well? Yes or no?
Here we go. Of course. I didn't have to pull it, but yes. And I think a lot of you already felt it too. Yeah, and most sports are as well. We did pull on sports before. It's pre-planned and guarded with the results. As I recall, didn't we do it on the playbook, Jason? When we
did the playbook, yes.
That's what comes to my mind again, because it's all already done. Whoever's gonna win, they already know. It's just, under wraps. But yes, it's all put on, just like everything else that they do.
Right.
Kristen, are we going back to Celine Dion? Are we going to hear her passing from this earth plane? Are we going to hear it in the news soon? Yes or no?
It really did come out pretty good. I mean, the Knight of Cups brings news, and then you got the Death card. So how I would read that, all of you could read this. Yeah, there's going to be news of her passing. Yeah. Pretty clear. Yeah, Knight of Cups and then the Death card. Yeah. Wow. It came out perfect.
It came out in the cards.
Perfectly. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. There it is.
Her heart is not going to go on much longer, if you know what we mean. Her heart will not go on.
Exactly.
It's going to leave this earth plane, and it's not going to go to somewhere good.
Yeah, no, that soul needs to be,
entertainment purposes only, of course, but not really.
But not really. Right?
We did pull cards on Kirstie Alley's death last show, and Kristen got some cards. I don't think she's left. Left the earth plane.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Let's see.
So when are you decorating your tree?
I know the tree behind me. I did put it up yesterday, and
not one store has a Christmas ornament.
Wow.
So I had to order them. They're coming tomorrow. So next show, it should be decorated with some color. So
I can't wait to see the colors that you choose.
Yeah. So by Tuesday for sure, it'll be ready. It'll be good to go.
Nice.
All right, Kristen. Well, we had a very epic show. We are going to go and leave it here. We will of course, take questions on Tuesday. We love our Soul Tribe. We wouldn't have this show without you guys. And we love coming on here. We love sharing the hot content, but we also love to have the interaction between the Wonder Twins and the Soul Tribe. And love and light, as always, from yours truly, the host of Arcana Shores, to the Soul Tribe. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. Today was a great show. The vibes were extremely high. Love you guys.
Yes, we love you all. All of you stay safe out there, and we look forward to every show with you guys. But yeah, this one was epic. I loved it.
Kristen, love and light from me to you, because I am, of course, your big brother, Medicine Woman. She's out there watching as well. Kristen, until Tuesday at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
Yes.
Love and light, Soul Tribe. Kristen, go ahead and close out your show.
Love and light, Soul Tribe. We'll see you on Tuesday. Have a good one.
Do it, Elon. Do it.
Do it.
45.
Do it 45.
Do it, Supreme Court. Do it, everybody. Do it, White Hats. Do it, Julian Assange. Yeah. Do it. Just do it. Love you guys. Love and light.
Guys.